Vietnam is the most affordable country to live and retire for expats in Asia. However, it is not for everyone, primarily due to the difference in culture, healthcare system, and the language barriers. Hi, welcome back to Travel Finance. Hope you're doing well, and let's dive into today's video. What do you need to know to retire in Vietnam? Vietnam is a popular destination in Southeast Asia for many expats and retirees in recent years, mostly due to the lower living cost, 2,000-mile-long beaches, and the super friendly locals. Cost of living. The cost of living in Vietnam on average is 60% lower than the United States. Rent on average is about 80% lower, but in the busiest city, Hochiminh, rent could be quite high for a condo or an apartment. Renting an apartment in the city center, Hochiminh, could cost as much as $500 to $600. Cost of living also varies depending on your lifestyles and the city you live in. With that being said, your dollar will still go much further in the country for you to explore exotic places and immerse yourself into the colorful culture and cuisine. Visa. Vietnam does not offer a retirement visa like most countries in the region, but you can apply for a visa through the Vietnamese embassy. You will typically be granted approval for 6 months to 1 year visa, but the visa is only valid for 3 months at a time. That means you will need to make a visa run every 3 months or choose to extend the visa. And the cost to extend is more expensive than to renew the visa every 3 months. Healthcare. In urban cities, both private and public health systems exist. You need to pay more for private insurance and private hospitals as they are likely to match the Western standard of care. Expect to pay an average of $60 per month for private insurance. You can also buy travel insurance or international insurance like GeoBlue, Cigna Global, or IMG Global Medical. Housing. Like in the Philippines and most countries, only Vietnam citizens can buy and own property. Land is owned by the government, and the foreigners cannot purchase land. Likewise, foreigners can purchase homes, but not the land that it sits on. In this case, if you buy an apartment or home that sits on the land, you are allowed to lease the land for 50 years and then renew it after 50 years. Besides, foreigners can also choose to buy properties in certain condo developments, known as buying landed properties, and can only own up to 30% of the units within the apartment complexes or 250 landed properties in the administrative ward. Due to all this law, most expats choose to rent. Taxes. As a non-resident in Vietnam, you are subject to pay a 20% tax rate on any income earned inside Vietnam and not subject to tax on income outside of Vietnam. As a non-resident of Vietnam, your pension in the US is safe from double taxation. If you become a Vietnam resident, you are subject to tax on any income regardless. Tax rate does not exceed 5% unless it is from inheritance. You gotta pay 10%. In summary, you can live comfortably around $1,000 to $1,500 a month in Vietnam. Most expats choose to retire in Ho Chi Minh City, Danang, the new coastal city, and Dalat. Let's briefly go over these cities. Ho Chi Minh City. Ho Chi Minh is located to the south of Vietnam and is a modernized central hub of labor and transportation. It is busier, hotter, and can accommodate various lifestyles compared to many big cities in the States. You can find basically anything in this big city, from exotic bars, Western restaurants, to 5-star resorts. Cost of rent for one apartment in the city center usually costs around $500 to $600. The cost to buy per square foot is $500. Overall cost of living in Ho Chi Minh City is 86.8% lower than New York. Next up, we have Danang. Danang is on the rise to be the next big beach city to retire for many expat retirees. This city is currently home to some stunning beaches and a vibrant culture. Cost of rent for a riverfront apartment in the city center is around $300 to $400. You can expect to live on $1,000 mark. In this coastal city, you find many good cuisines, including European. Last city worth retiring in Vietnam is Dalat. Dalat is located in the central highland with cooler climate and gardenscapes that are perfect for golfing. The city is surrounded by pine trees and mountains, waterfalls. It is perfect for nature lovers. Rent for 1 to 2 bedrooms starts with less than $300. Dalat is only a 6-hour drive from Hochiminh City. Like in Danang, you can expect to live around $1,000 mark. If you want to retire somewhere warm enough and not too hot, Dalat is what you're looking for, with temperatures year-round hardly go above 90 degrees Fahrenheit. There are more and more English speakers in the country, especially in big cities like Hanoi and Hochiminh, along with tourist cities like Danang or Dalat. Outside of these cities, you'll be less likely to meet some English speakers. Before moving to Vietnam for retirement, make sure to do a lot of research and have a detailed plan in place. If you like the warm climate, super affordable cost of living, and the Vietnamese cuisine, you'll be at the right place to retire in Vietnam. That's it for today's video. If you find the video helpful, like and subscribe to the channel for more quality content. What do you think about retiring in Vietnam? Let us know in the comment. As always, go out and explore.